Hello everybody and welcome to TCG Cardshop Mondays. Just let me change the stream title. Because this is going to be a card opening stream. Majority of it. Anywho. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, Discord went down. That's not good. Guess it wanted to do a quick update. But anywho, how was everybody's 4th of July? My 4th was pretty good. I spent it with my family. Good barbecue. Nice and chill. Got helped with some little house projects here and there. Overall, it was a fantastically chill time. So, with all of that being said and done, let us get started. Alright, let's see. Actually, I think... Hello, Mom. Welcome to the stream. That barbecue was incredibly good. I really enjoyed it. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Had a really fun time. Also, I was just coming in here to look around. There we go. Okay. So, last I remember, we had already done all this stuff. So, let's, check our bills. Pay them real quick. Would hate to run out of money. Doubtful, but still. I'm just gonna go for these this time around. And I'll do 20. I do believe so, but this is going to be mainly a card opening stream. So, I don't even know if we're going to get to do a day of that, so I can price stuff off stream anyways. So our goal is, we'll say, 7,700. Alright? Alright, cool. Let us get started. I just want to move all these boxes closer so I can throw them away quicker. But aside from that, yeah, weekend was pretty chill. Watched some good old YouTube. Relaxed and hung out and played games with my dad and my family. Fun time. Anywho, let's get started with the first pack. 55 right out the gate. Some really cool news. SGDQ is underway. Summer Games Done Quick is a speedrunning charity marathon where they raise money for 48 for a different charity. This year it's Doctors Without Borders. So kind of like a humanitarian aid kind of thing. Where they go around, not just in other countries, but in our own country as well, and deliver aid and stuff to people who need it, which is cool. And they've already had some really cool runs. There's a game called Beat Saber, where it's kind of like a VR game, where your remotes are kind of like these laser pointers, and your goal is to slice through blocks in a kind of rhythm along to a soundtrack of different types of music, and it's a rhythm-based game. It looks really cool when you see someone moving so fast that you can't keep up. It's just a sight to see. But apparently, they had come into new mods and stuff for the game, and basically changed it so where they could add and take away different assets to make the game even cooler. 64. So just before stream I finished watching that run. They have a YouTube channel where all their VODs go for each run, split up individually. So there's that. And it was just a really cool watch. I highly recommend that after stream that any of my viewers go show them some love. $377. I've always had a lot of respect for the speedrunning community as a whole. I used to do races with my friends in Mario 64. We would do what we call Mario 64 bingo. I was never like good at it. I was amateur at best. I knew that a lot of the tech, and I knew how to do most of it. There were a couple of tricks I couldn't do. But I never actually, like, timed myself on a 70 star or 100 star or whatever star run. I just did it for the love of the game. I went as fast as I humanly possibly could with my friends. And so, to see people spending months of like workshopping and running running tests and discovering new bugs and glitches and routes, it's always interesting to see a new game get torn down to the very basic mechanics and just see the speedrun evolve from that. Especially some of these later games. It's like games that took you hundreds of hours when you were 18, 19, even like a few years ago. Took 100 hours, now only take like minutes. It is so impressive to see how they break the game. And I love it when the devs are super supportive of it. So, I'm going to be talking about GDQ throughout the entire week. So, just different runs, not just this particular run. Because they have a lot of runs, it's a non-stop week. Maybe like they have a little bit of off time, but for the most part it's non-stop, which is really cool. And I've looked at the schedule and there's quite a few runs that I'm interested in watching, and will be watching after stream. So, always a fun time. The second thing to note, the GDQ goes on all week as well. Goes to the 13th, I think. Early morning of the 13th. So, yeah. The next thing I want to briefly touch on is lab customs. We did lab customs over the weekend, so expect 2 videos today on YouTube. Gotta say, was not a fan of a lot of the maps, 48, but at the same time, I feel like spawns and other things like that contributed to it, but I did still enjoy myself. So, there's that. And I have been playing Splitgate on other people's streams. Some of my friends. 145. So, yeah. Where are we at right now? Double checking my save. 700 for the first box? That ain't bad. Oh. That's a little bad, but still early. $184. I haven't been keeping track of the boxes I've been doing, but I have been keeping track of the cards. So 67. So yeah. I think I already missed a Mega Man 14 or 10-4, like the 4th installment of the 10 series for Mega Man. Or is it Mega Man X4? I don't know how it's pronounced. Because it's not like an RPG, so it's not like X is always a Roman numeral for games. So, it's a little confusion about that. 50. So is it like Mega Man 10-4, or is it like Mega Man X4? Because X is a series. Someone will have to clear that up for me. $41. 62. $53. Also one other thing, Mom, you should be well aware of is these hold 64 cards, and the basic pack only holds 32. But here's the thing, I only bought 32s because I can't buy the 64s. So 12 of these packs is equivalent to 6 of these boxes. Just something you should be aware of why we're tearing through it so quickly. Because if you were to stack these two boxes on top of each other like this, it would equate to a full pack. Okay, I didn't know if you were aware of that, so I was making that, well, for anyone who didn't understand as well. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know if you were or not, so. Anywho, there was nothing in value of that pack. So yeah, that's kind of where it is. Also, the Steam has summer sale going on. Have not really found anything I want to buy just yet. I have a wish list. There's a couple. Actually, I did pick up a game from the Steam sale, I think. We're gonna be playing that the next time I beat a game. Wow, $6,741. So, I think we've broken even. The unfortunate thing is, I don't know if that card's gonna sell on day one or not. Let's hope. We can hope, but I'm not entirely sure if it will. That's the type of spice I like to see. I will save after this box. Okay. $235 profit. Nice. Real quick, I want to do something here. 700 minus 2. Okay. I just needed to check something real quick. $65. Yeah. I'm a little hesitant to have you add that card because it's over 6K because, like, I don't know if it's gonna sell really quickly or not. But we're gonna keep it just because we're going to be trying to sell it. And if it sells, that would be really good for us. So, oh, need to save. Don't want that 6K card getting away from me. I suppose that's true. 277. I'm just worried about in the now profits, kind of a thing. But yeah, it will sell eventually. It's very inconsistent with that. Like, sometimes it flies off the shelf minute 1, and the next time it takes 2 or 3 days to sell. Because it is a very high valued card. $55. $70. Let me do something real quick. I need to take off my shirt. I'm hot. Just trying to get comfortable. Alright, here we go. But yeah. So, kind of a lot of random topics to talk about. I don't think I'm going to be finishing Rogue Legacy 2 this week. Like, I'm gonna hammer my face against the boss and try to beat it. But I don't anticipate I'll be able to. I think a lot more work needs to be done before I can. And we will be playing Final Fantasy II this week. Only I will have a guide ready, just in case. And I'm not going to hesitate to pull up a guide, because I don't want to spend another hour looking for something. 65. Also, that chest I missed was literally just walk into a random, the wall right beside the staircase. And it's a secret passageway. Even though I could have swore I tried that and it didn't work. It worked when I tried it. This time at least. So, yeah. Gave me a sword that has the sleep effect on it. So striking enemies will sometimes put them to sleep. 64. And there was nothing unique about the monsters in the chest. Just a very difficult monster setup of monsters we've already seen. anything else. Actually, I haven't played Power World at all this last weekend. Was busy playing with my dad and my uncle. 62, playing a game called Scum. I enjoy Scum when it's us running around, like, doing stuff, but there's a lot of times where it's just kind of like a dull, like, quiet experience where not much happens. And of course, for whatever unknown reason, my computer can't handle it quite well. So I have performance issues with that game. So I'm not allowed to drive anymore in it because I literally can't keep up with anybody. My game teleports me around, making it impossible for me to stop or to follow them without going way off course. Being said, while I'm on my own, I can drive all I want. I could probably stand to do some good old looting by myself. Get some more stuff from my character. I completed all of week 4's challenges as well. So now I'm just waiting on week 5. But it's funny, every time in Splitgate 2 I start the new weeklies, it bugs out and either A, gets rid of some of my progress on the others until I reset the game, or it doesn't track progress properly every single time. They have a 4th of July event that I'm almost all the way through. It sucks because the main way of getting points in it is to use a rocket launcher to defeat players. But the problem is everyone wants the rocket launcher, so it's hard to get one. And and the power weapons are random. Unlike in Splitgate 1, where they allowed, each map had specific power weapons. This one, it just cycles through all of them. Or specific spots for power weapons, I should say. 57. So it's kind of one of those, you have to wait for it to pop up, and then you have to be lucky enough for the players not to want it or go grab it. Because everyone wants to complete the event. But I'm close. So, to date, I think I'll have accomplished or completed every event. At least 100%. $7,374. Wow. Game's popping off today a bit. That's awesome. Yeah, no kidding. Whatever button you poked, poke it again, Mom. 54. I think besides the non-ghost, or besides the ghost rares, 7K is the highest card I've ever pulled. That's cool. I think, the video, the lab customs will be going up a little bit later than normal, because I still do need to do a little bit of work with it. 79. 148. No, wait, 184. Sorry. I goofed. Hopefully you didn't write down the wrong number. Okay, cool. For some reason I saw the number backwards. Saving the game. One more time just to make sure. Okay. $56. After this box, I want a grand total. Something tells me we're hitting a new profit high. 55. Because 30K was like the highest, I believe. $65. Oh, and there has been some pretty good YouTube, I found some pretty good YouTube drama. Juicy, YouTuber drama. That's just a little thing I like to do on my own time. I don't talk about it at all because I don't really, it doesn't really affect me, or like, I don't really feel the need to like go into details or talk about it because I don't want that kind of drama on my channel, but I do enjoy watching a good YouTube drama unfold. Or like drama in general. I mean, maybe one day there'll come a day where I do talk about it on stream if I feel like it's important enough, or like I feel a need to talk about it. Like if it's another honey scam drama kind of thing, then absolutely I'll talk about it on stream. But beyond that, I don't really see a need for that. 277. What is my grand total profit so far? $17,735. Nice. $46. Been looking for new anime. I've been watching Spy Family. It's genuinely a very funny, wholesome anime that starts off like completely crazy, and you expect it to be this crazy spy drama, when in actuality it's not even close to a spy drama. Because it starts off with some government official actually being assassinated. So you think, oh, I'm in for like this really cool spy drama. But then 2 seconds later, you spin around one time and it's about a spy, this great spy trying to build a fake family to investigate someone named Desmond, who is a higher up person who's very secluded. 47. And the only way to make contact with him is to have his daughter enroll into a school and become like an honor student. So immediately it swerves off of the whole spy, dangerous assassination missions and all that stuff, and goes right into, well, now I have to build a fake family and actually become a father. And then, as you'd expect, from building this fake family with a fake wife and a fake child that he adopted, he grows attached to both of them throughout the entire story, all while keeping his spy life a secret. And each one of the characters has their own, like, unique thing that they keep secret. Like, the mother is actually an assassin. 65. And the daughter has the power to read people's minds. 57. And they're all trying to keep their identities a secret, all while trying to help build this family for their own means, while all actually growing attached to one another and becoming a real family. And you're like, it went from assassination to an episode about the daughter punching a kid at school. And dodgeball games. 48. And it's legitimately, genuinely a very funny show. That does tug at your heartstrings with just a tiny bit. And of course, being that he is the father is an international spy, there is some spy-related dramas and things that occur as a result, but it's far and few between. 145. I'm on episode 11, and it's absolutely a wonderful show. 18K. Yeah, we're getting up there. $65. So, yeah. I've been highly enjoying that show. Of course, a couple of my other favorites are like Uncle Roger, who's a comedian that knows about cooking, that reviews people who are professional chefs or supposed professional chefs like Jamie Oliver, who really can't seem to cook, or at least not cook Oriental food. And it's funny just to watch all the well-known celebrity chefs just absolutely destroy the dishes and Uncle Roger just lose his mind. It's hilarious. 47. $62. $47. $70. Starting to get down on them boxes, but it's all good. I'm saving after every box just in case. I'll only save once on this because I didn't really find anything super valuable on that last box. 132. Honestly, when I started the stream, I didn't really think I had much to talk about, but I guess I did. $40. Just one or two more big cards and I think I have a new high record. 34. Oh, why did I say 34? 54. I forgot we don't count the 30s anymore. I heard the bling noise and got excited. Okay, cool. Like I said, I heard the bling. I was looking, the number popped up, but my brain didn't recognize that it said 30, and I'm like, ooh, cool. And so I blurted out the number. Alright, well, I'm sure by now you've already gotten this card, so we'll move on. After this box, I'm gonna take a short break. Actually, at the 1 hour mark, I'll take a short break. Getting a little trigger happy. I do believe I've already almost caught all of the new pals from the update. I still haven't tried out the fishing minigame. I need to do that, though. That's actually a huge part. But some of the pals are absolutely broken when it comes to base assistance. $55. $134. Alright, this next box, and then we'll take a break. Should be close enough to the 1 hour mark by that point. I know technically it was 4 minutes into stream before I started playing, but it still doesn't matter. 145. $55. $70. Alright. 19K. I said one huge card, and we have a new record. More or less. Or two huge cards, I should say. 201. That's not exactly what I meant by massive, but it's still really nice. Not gonna complain. Last packs before we go on break. A lot of experience, I do believe, for that one. Yep. We're getting up there on level too. Get a level about every day or two. Alright, let's see. How many more boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more boxes. How many did I actually get? I'm actually curious about this. It was not 12, I don't think. Yeah, it wasn't 12. Oh, it was like 20. Yeah, it was 20. So I essentially got 10 big boxes. Okay. Yep, be right back. I am back as well. Welcome back. Alright, let's see. First, gotta make sure to take off the BRB. There we go. Grab this one. Standing out. Are you ready? Okay. I very well might get a level up. It depends on the cards I pull, though. The more bling sounds I get, the more likely it is to get a boost in experience. I think it is based off of how much money you make from the individual cards. So the total value mixed with the rarity of the cards and the border of the cards. Like this gold border is worth more than a standard border, and so you get more experience from it. 79. I don't know the exact science behind it, but I got a nice little bump in experience there. So the more of those sounds I get and the more different colors and higher value cards I pull, the more experience I make overall. I think that's how it works, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, while I'm not gonna push my luck, I am very surprised I have not come across the Ghost Rare yet. There's a gold border, so I get more experience. A lot of good value cards, so I got a decent chunk of experience. That border's silver, so I got more experience. See, I'm starting to catch on to things. $88. 1,274. That was a good pull. I truly and honestly believe we could hit over 30k worth of profit if we pull the good enough cards. I truly believe we can. Oops. First time today I've picked up the box by accident. There was a couple of $1,000 worth of cards in there, so I'll save. Let me get a drink while I save. So. $159. Beautiful artwork. Itchy eye, sorry. So I would like to pose a question. Would anyone be interested in seeing any kind of Power World content? I'm very curious to see your people's opinions on that. Well, we've got one now. Because I was actually debating whether or not I wanted to do a stream on it. So I suppose I'll leave that for the question of the day, which I'll probably be asking on multiple streams. If you want to see anything related to Power World, post it in the comments. Like if you would like to see actual gameplay of it. Maybe. I mean, it's not as popular as it used to be. Back before I started streaming, I got onto it because I was interested in it. And there's still a huge controversy going around with it because it's being sued by Nintendo, and they're currently fighting it. 65. So, it's one of those things where it's like, it's still in the public eye, but it's not as popular as it used to be, and the game is changing because of the legal proceedings to avoid any future troubles. Like, I'm not saying they're losing the lawsuit case because they changed these things. It's more of a, hey, now you can't claim that we didn't abide by the patents you put forward, and until they're proven whether they're actually legitimate or not, we're not using them so we can continue developing our game. So it's like to avoid a headache. And once the lawsuit is over, if they in fact do win, they can move from there, whether or not they put the stuff back in that they took out or not. It doesn't really matter. A lot of the stuff they took out that people were upset about them taking out were things that here and there I did use, like the ability to toss a sphere and spawn the creature so you could aim it, but they took that out. And it's like, okay, well, now it just spawns right next to you every time. Okay, not a big change, don't really care. And then it's like, oh, now you can't glide using pals. Well, I have a glider and a flying pet. So long as I can fly, it really doesn't hinder me. So I don't get what they're so upset about. If they left those two things out, it wouldn't really change the game that much for me anyways. Don't get me wrong, it was nice being able to sneak up on some creatures and spawn your pal right next to the creatures you intend to fight while you're running around. But if that's gone, it really doesn't change much. It spawns right next to you, so that's the only thing that it, like, affects. Is if you're being attacked, you can't, and you spawn your pal, it's most likely your pal is gonna get hit, because it spawns right next to you. But even then, most of the time when you're attacked, your pal immediately moves when it's spawned, so it is what it is. Now, what would make the game unplayable for me is if they got rid of their flying pal. Like, you can't use this pal to fly around anymore. That would ruin the game for me. Because traversal is hard enough, but having to go everywhere on foot, ew. Even though in fast mounts that go by land or water, still takes forever to travel. There are a lot of places that are really hard to get to unless you have a flyer. Thank you for the follow, Smokey McGoats. Much appreciated. I hope today is finding you well, and hope you had a good 4th of July if you celebrate it. 1,274. But yeah, it's just something I've been mulling over in the old noggin. Because it seems like Palworld doesn't really mess with my computer that much while I'm streaming. Because I did do, like, 10 or 15 minutes of it at the end of one of the streams. And I'm just like, it's working fine. It was just to kill some time. So a lot of the 3 hours would probably be me just moving around my base, from base to base, putting stuff up. Inventory management sim. Because that's how it is later in the game. So not exactly early on. I've explored a great chunk of the maps, so I'm certainly not going to start over either. Unless a new update came out and it's like changes how bases are made and stuff like that. Once they add a bunch of new like base building stuff, I'd most likely start over. Because now I have more of an idea of how to do specific things, and I figured a lot of stuff out. Wouldn't be the first time I restarted. I do like that they added more 47. They added more traits. So it's hilarious to think that when breeding your pals, you can wind up with a chicken that has the passive of demon god. So you have a demon god chicken that lays eggs that can do insane amounts of damage even though you're never going to use it. And it's lucky. It's like a chicken on steroids who's laying eggs. Don't know why that's so funny to me. 65. $142. So for those watching on YouTube, like I said before, if you want to see some Pal World content appear on my stream, tell me down below, yes or no. Other than that, 46. Oops. $59. 52. $1,558. Oh boy, this is gonna be a huge thing. I also have my eyes, 56. My eyes peeled for Mina, the Burrower. And I do believe I will play Mio. Because even though it starts off very boring, I could see it getting very interesting later on once you have more abilities. And the demo, I don't really feel... I feel like it should have given you more of the abilities to play with. 211. I feel like that was a lot of the problem. Was if you could climb up walls and dash like that before, the movement would have been much, much cooler, much, much more fluent. And they need to put in a lot more checkpoints. I feel like those are the two things that the Mio demo could have done better. Because even Samus has, like, these miniature checkpoints, or, Metroid, I mean, scattered throughout the entire map. So you don't always have to walk all the way back to where you were before. Though I will say, the game did do a good job of giving you shortcuts. 46. Ah, 47. So that means that we're no longer keeping track. So, what does that mean? Does that mean you're not going to be able to keep track anymore? Because if so, that's alright. It happens. I was at 26K. Alright, so you mean like next set of cards, or do you mean next like time I do a pull? Which will be, I intend to get more boxes, is what I mean. That was before the 1K. Okay. Well, if you're gonna keep going, then I'll keep going too. Well, I was gonna keep going anyways, but 47. $61. Nah, you're fine. You're not bad. It's just a mistake happened. Nothing you can do about it. It's fine. Honestly, I believe we came close to a new record. Even if we get like one more monster pull, I would definitely say it was a new record. As much as we both love this, real life does come first, and you're not perfect. I'm not perfect, so... Yeah, about 4K, yeah. Somewhere close to that. Nah. We're not perfect. Mistakes happen. Do you want to just start counting up from here to 4K and we'll call it a new record? If we make the 4K? Alright. 220. This is the first official pull of our 4K climb. 452. 61. 40. 62. 'We have 2 more boxes to make the rest of the money. I think we can do it. We just need some really, really solid pulls. $70. That's a good start. Ah, that was interesting. Come on, give me some huge numbers. Because that's what it's gonna take. There we go. Sorry, just had to mod my chat real quick. $57. Alright, one last box to go. Okay, what are we at? Alright. 1,162. Let's strong start, but I don't think we're getting it. 47. $222. Yeah, that's fine. I am not at all upset about anything that has transpired here. In terms of cards. 41. 142. 169. 'We at least did set one record. Beyond any shadow of doubt. I think this might be the last pack. Oh, no. 2 packs left. We've got one last chance for a huge number. Aww. How close did I get? I would say I was about in the 2K range. Because I got a lot of decent sized numbers at the end there. $180. Almost halfway. I'll take it. Okay, let's see. 152. Yeah. I don't believe I'm getting any more cards higher than this. So these are the 3 that are going up first. I got dupes. This big boy. Okay. Do I have any ghosts? Yes, I do. 400. Okay, cool. Not from this pack set, but still. Yeah, I'm pulling more cards. But this is going to be a complete reset. So has to be all in one go, unfortunately. I'll do them 12 at a time. Okay, you want 20? We'll do 20. 7,700. Let me save before I do this, because I do believe that would be the smart option. Alright. Here goes. Ready? Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, you're poking the cards, trying to wake them up. Well, we have a long way to go, so... I am not at all scared or worried about anything. $62. I'm hoping I can coast for a day or two without hitting below 50. That's the goal. That's the dream. Yeah, exactly. Even if I don't make the 7K back, I still am probably at least well over 10K worth of profit altogether. So. Yeah, around 20. So honestly, anything I get is kind of a net positive at this point. $61. I know one thing for sure, I'm probably more than likely getting a level, which means my shop will be that much better. 65. Yep. I know that after you poked the cards we got a 7 and a 6K. That's why you were hoping. But it doesn't exactly look like it works this time. 59. But I am getting a lot of 50s, so those add up quickly. I mean, 10 50s equals 500 right there, so... $318. That's really solid. $51. 61. Big chunk of experience. We're just tearing through these cards. 2-hour mark, we will be taking another break. 48. It's not a bad start. I know we've been tearing through boxes, but still not worried. I honestly think I'll make my money back. But my main hope is to get a bunch of sellable cards that are decent, so that I can coast for a day or two. That would be nice. Yeah, but right now the cards are running pretty tame. That's why I have the second objective of getting a lot of sellable cards. Take off my headset. $41. 53. Yeah, the cards have been very lackluster this set. But it's fine. Like I said, I've been getting a lot of 50s. So... still tons of boxes to go. $50. So I should comfortably be able to coast for a day at least. $59. $156. $55. Hopefully the audio isn't coming through double. $62. So I took off my headset. Okay, so you don't hear the sound effects coming through the mic. That's good. Question, what's our total at right now? That's really not great. How many boxes we've opened? What do you mean my third? No. Absolutely not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. I'll make this much easier. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So I'm on my fourth box. Really, because it feels like these boxes are taking much longer. Feels like I just burned through so many already. Apparently I haven't. 222. $78. I'm actually going to move these boxes closer so I don't have to move at all to grab them. And then we will go on break as soon as I've moved them. Within trash can distance. Yeah, we've been through 6 boxes actually. Because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 6 boxes. Alright. I'll save the game just because, and we'll go on our second stretch break. Alright. Once again, everyone, enjoy the stretch break. I will be right back. I am back, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful stretch break. So, Mom, are you ready? Gotta get rid of this. go. Make sure that's fine. Nice. Cool. Let's finish up. Hopefully these cards get better, because they have been shit for this session. This 20 pack has been bad. Overall, it's still been a fantastic card pull. $65. Oops. Alrighty then. We will finish this entire set, and that will be it for card pulls. Close. Getting there. It depends on the cards I pull. Because I'm only getting like 15 experience, 8 experience just then. So it all depends on the amount of experience I get and the rarity of the cards I pull. So... if 222. So if the cards are crap, then the experience usually is not that great either. And despite the bar being so full, it's still quite a ways away. Okay, now that was a very good pull for experience. Not so much for cards. Well, while I admit the cards have been crap, the before pull was amazing, so I'm just happy getting more cards to sell at this point. 20k of profit is still 20k of profit, no matter how you spin it. Normally I would be right there with you. There we go, 5,796. Okay, so, what does that put us at? From this card alone. Even? Nice. just like that, we're back in the game. $46. $184. Yes, sometimes. But had I not have had such an amazing pull beforehand, I would have been highly upset it took this long to get it. Well, not highly upset, but annoyed, I should say. Very annoyed. But I'm just chill. This has been a very good day for cards. Saving the game. Yeah. But most of them won't need to be changed around. Because they're all above 6K. I'll have to do a tiny bit of moving stuff around. But it depends on the rest of the card pool. Because I could easily see myself not getting another huge card like that, and I could also see myself getting a lot of huge cards like that. So. Either way, now that I've broken even, 53, I am 100% chilling. Before I was like 90% chill, and now I'm like 100%. Because it would have sucked not to break even at least. Because then I would have just like lost $1,000 or so dollars. But 184. But now that I broke even, it's like, okay, cool. And honestly, 1,473. I can't even really say that the pulls this time were dog water either, because, or crap or anything like that, because in all reality, I was getting a lot of 50s and stuff like that, which are very sellable. So, the large card wise, it was bad, but individuals, 43. It was actually really solid from start to finish. even before I hit the 5K. So. Yeah. But I count each card opening session, or each card opening, like, set as individuals. It's just easier for me to do it that way. So, even though I might have hit over 30, I still won't count it as a high score. It's just easier that way for me. Oh, I also found a new series of shorts. I call them new, but me finding them is what was new. It's about what they call a lawful good chaotic good barbarian. Basically, he's evil, but only to evil people. 131. And it's just funny how unhinged the little videos I found about him are. Because it's not actually like D&D where they're rolling dice. It's just a character going around doing things in an animation. So, I don't know if it has any like ties to any kind of D&D campaign or anything. It's just a guy, from as far as I know, who did a miniature series on an unhinged barbarian that loves to torture villains. 50. Like he forced a Medusa to look at herself in a reflection so she turned to stone. 61. So she would turn herself to stone, I should say. And then right before the Medusa finished turning to stone, because it would be, because the last moments are basically recorded in your brain and you're trapped within that moment forever until you are freed of being turned to stone. He gave the Medusa a wet willy, so it's like a permanent wet willy. Just as a little extra insult. It's actually hilarious to me. 48. It's like you see him do all this messed up stuff to these monsters and villains. And yet, in the very next scene, he'll be sitting at a bar talking to a guy with problems and helping him through them. You look sad. Do you want to talk about it? in one episode of the shorts I was watching, he actually like pulled out a bingo card of different things to do. One of them was kill a vampire mid-monologue. The vampire's monologuing and he just yanks open a curtain and the vampire gets fried. And he pulls out his bingo card and checks it off. 46. I was watching one person react to the shorts, and they were like, they went back and read the bingo card, and some of the stuff that he wants to do is like insanely funny, like win a staring contest with Medusa. And and what's funny is each of the shorts are him checking off things on his bingo card. 57. It is hilariously entertaining how wild the shorts get. And what's even more funny is none of the things that are on the bingo card are typically things that a hero would do, but yet he's a hero through and through. Like, he'll rescue people. The bingo stuff is just the side content he wants to do on his journey. So it's hey, finally a ghost rare. 590. I was surprised I hadn't gotten one long before now. Because these packs come with an increased chance of drawing one. So, and typically I think that I've seen proof positive that these packs, despite their increased cost, consistently pull more valuable cards and higher overall profits than the normal red ones, the basic Tetramon. Oops. But yeah, I definitely think 100% that we are going to level up from this. There's no doubt in my mind anymore. I was a little concerned because of all the low experience level points we were getting, but I definitely believe we'll make it there within this set. Not like these specific cards, but yeah, but I was pulling a lot of 8s and 9 worth of experience, and I needed thousands, so you can forgive my doubt at that time. I still do need 1,000 experience. I'm only getting 14 per pop. Except for when I hit it big. I'm not getting very many over 20s. So. If you look by the plant, you can see the shop level experience. What I need and what I have. And each time I open a pack, how much experience I get for it. 56. There's some good experience. $88. Yeah, that should be a nice chunk. Yep. $377. That was a good chunk of experience. We have 6 more boxes to go. What I really like is when you get a good pal really early on, it makes it so much easier because, I know this is kind of random, jumping around on topics, but it's what you would expect. 291 from just random jibber jabber to waste time and to fill dead air. But Pal World has a mechanic where if you catch multiple of the same pal, you get bonus experience, with the cap of that being, I think, 12 or 10, something like that. Relatively close to 10. If you do that and you cap it, you get a boost of experience. So if you get a really good pal early on, and you can just breed them with something else over and over 12 times, then you can fill that entire quota and get the huge experience boost, all while making either A, material for harvesting. Yep, I did level up. 48. Material for harvesting, or also pals to sell for money. So you don't necessarily have to worry about getting good traits. You can just sell the bad ones for money, or unfortunately, in a cruel twist, harvest them for different materials. 50. I personally just sell off the ones I don't need. Better than butchering them for meat and parts. Power World's a lot more messed up than you think it is. When you really get into the nitty-gritty of it, you can literally make it into a sweatshop if you wanted to. Granted, it wouldn't work out too well. It wouldn't be very efficient. But you still could if you wanted to. $70. That's cool. I still don't technically know how experience is graded, but I can kind of gather a little bit from the amount of experience versus the cards I get. But sometimes it just doesn't make any sense at all. $54. 57. $201. I think my favorite cards are the full arts. Absolutely beautiful, some of them. $48. $52. $40. Four boxes left to go. $40. Nice. 4,407 profit. $48. 59. Took me half a second to realize that it was a card worth mentioning. I'm starting to get to that point of stream with this game where the cards are just starting to blur together. I'm starting to get a little hypnotized by it. $277. Nah. We're fine. I'm sure I'll be able to last less than 20 minutes. Getting a drink of water. Ugh, there we go. Ooh, big numbers for experience. Up until now, I've been kind of yammering about a bunch of different stuff, but now that I've kind of run dry on topics, all that's left is for dead air and for the sound and for the cards to flash, and that's kind of why I fall into that state where I start missing things or misreading things, or it starts taking me a little bit of time. Why I prefer to talk while I do card openings, even though I really don't have anything to talk about. Holy shit. That's 15,000, I think. I think that's 15,000. Holy shit. I am going to go ahead and clip that real quick. Please hold, chat. I am doing something important. Really important. let's see. It's gonna take me a minute. I can finish this clip after stream. I just needed to ensure I clipped it. So that's a new record on the biggest card I've ever pulled. Yeah, this is massive. And it was only worth 60 experience. But that is now a new record on the biggest ghost rare I've ever pulled. Single biggest card I've ever pulled. What is the grand total of profits we have now for this particular set of cards? Okay. Once again, I'm very hesitant to call that card a thing, because that is guaranteed going to take a couple of days to sell. It took me so long. It took me up until like level 60 to sell my first 10k ghost rare. So for it to be over 10k, I have a feeling it's gonna take me a very long time to sell that card. So I'm not gonna be seeing that profit anytime soon. I truly believe. But when it sells, damn. That's all I can say. Holy shit. $43. Yeah. You may not want to say it, but I'll say it for you. Holy fuck, that was a massive card. And yes, it did call for the F word. Okay, now here's a funny situation for you. Imagine I was playing on my doubles only, so I actually couldn't sell that card when I hit it. Can you imagine how painful that would be? Yeah. Yeah. That would be the single most painful pull in the entire run if I could not sell it. Last box, and then I move all my cards around because I've got new cards to put up. And then after that, it should pretty much be the end of stream. Yeah, I was fairly confident with the cards I was pulling that I wasn't gonna hit anything that massive. I think I'm gonna upload this as a short on YouTube as well. Oh, I am absolutely ecstatic I was wrong. And another ghost rare, even though it's not a super rare one, another ghost rare is still awesome. $348. $396. I don't know, should I keep pulling? 43. I mean, 64. $64. Yeah, I know. It was a joke, though. No matter how good the cards are, I honestly think that it would just be dead silence of me pulling cards and saying numbers, because I am running out of things to talk about quickly, and as well, I am also getting tired of talking. And I'm also getting hungry, so bunch of stuff happening here. Alright, let's do this real quick. Let's see. Okay, 500. good. There we go. There we go. Double checking. Quite a few of these have sold in the past, so the numbers are different. Yeah, okay. Double checking this one. This one seems a bit high, but nope. Okay, we're good. I will say, what a crazy jump in price. 6,000 to 1,700. 452. $300. Okay, 48. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, I will slap these on there. But just to make sure of something. Okay, market price 377. Yeah, okay. So it goes like that. It does go like that. Actually, I think this goes like that too. Yeah. Okay. This is market price. Yeah, okay. I was getting confused because the market price was a bit higher than it should have been. Okay, we're good. 377. Okay, that's 100. Do I have any more ghost rares? No. Okay. So now I can just go down the line like that. I goofed. There we go. Did I goof again? Yeah, I goofed again. There we go. Okay. 305, 350, 320. Okay, 305. So it would go like that. Yes. Okay. So 300 and above are my card costs. That is absolutely nutty. I just want to take a look at this card real quick here, because it's so beautiful. I think this is the perfect way to end off the stream. Nice. Some absolutely monster profits. A full art legendary foil. Yep. And if you combine the two, at least 40. At least 40K worth of profit. Which would be a new record, but you know how it works. So, anyways, I am going to end off the stream, or end off the YouTube video, end off the stream, finish the clip, upload the VODs, and then do some stuff. Yeah. Alright. So, for everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. If you want to catch me live, I stream at twitch.tv/onedamngamer, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. EST. So come on by. I'd love to have you. Anyways, that will do it for the video, and look forward to having the lab customs pop up as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for something else. Anyways, have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.